So you're dreaming about owning a beachfront property that pays for itself while you're out fishing or getting a tan here on the beach? Well, you're not alone. Short-term rentals are booming here in the Greater Daytona Beach area, but let me tell you, not every building or neighborhood's gonna welcome your Airbnb dreams.
Hi, I'm James Jestes, broker associate with eXp Realty, and I'm a short-term rental investor here in the Greater Daytona Beach area. I can help buyers, sellers, and investors find the right properties with right zoning so they can enjoy coastal living and make smart moves. Today, I'm breaking down exactly where you can and should invest if you're serious about short-term rental income on the coast without getting slapped by a condo association rule or a zoning headache. So Daytona Beach has two worlds: the yes short-term friendly zone and the we'll find you faster than you can say super host zone. I once had a client buying a beautiful riverfront home only to find out at closing that the seller was facing a $15,000 fine, all because they'd been renting on Airbnb in a neighborhood not zoned for tourism. These mistakes are expensive and 100% avoidable if you know where to look. When I'm looking for a new rental property, there's some top areas I want to target. First, Daytona Beach. This is the primary short-term rental area on the beach side. Many condo hotels are zoned for tourism. They allow one-night stays, and they used to mostly be hotel rooms. They've been zoned for transient housing for many, many years, and there's no minimum stays required. Daytona Beach Shores, it's quieter, more residential. It's got great short-term rental buildings, ideal for families and snowbirds. New Smyrna Beach, that's an artsy little town. It's walkable. There's a real growing demand there, and short-term rentals are permitted in many places. Ponce Inlet, that's a high-end, more limited short-term rental zone. There is some upscale vacationing potential there. This is also a great place to pick up a larger home that you can turn into a vacation rental. And there's plenty of vacation rental business down there to be had. Big bonus is buildings zoned tourist are your golden tickets. That's where you want to be, and check with me. I'll get you the zoning for any property that you're looking at. And I also keep an up-to-date list of short-term rental-friendly buildings. Just message me if you want it. All right, I want you to be aware of HOA and condo rules as well as city zoning. Many buyers get burned here. Some condo associations only allow 3 rentals per year. Some have 1 per every quarter. They have a bunch of different rules, and you just have to be very careful with that. I made this mistake myself. I bought a beautiful condo in Flagler Beach in a building that allowed 3-day minimum rentals. It seemed like a great short-term rental opportunity until we went to the city and we found out they weren't issuing new short-term rental permits. Only owners who had already had them were grandfathered in. Now I got a great long-term rental in a building full of Airbnbs. Some questions you should be asking, what are the minimum rental periods? I like units that have nightly rentals available, so 1-day minimum, or they call that also no minimum. But a lot of buildings require 7 days, 30 days, or even 6 months. I have a unit that is in a building that has a 5-day minimum. So that's an important question you want to find out. Another thing that you might find is some buildings don't allow Airbnb or VRBO or booking to even operate in their building, or they have rules in place where you have to use the front desk or you pay a resort fee is another option. One building in our area charges $10 a day resort fee if you're booking through Airbnb, and there's lots of buildings that just don't allow you to do it, and they have different kinds of splits with you, so you could have a 50-50 split on the rental. Really good deals are 70-30 splits. And the other thing that you want to find out is what kind of interaction do you have to have for your guests and the front desks or the building management. Do you have to register their cars? Some buildings just give you parking passes and you give them to your guest as needed. Some require them to come in and sign in. A lot of times that's used just to track who's coming and going and how many rentals are being done and how much they need to charge you if they are charging a resort fee. All right, now on to tip number 3. Location equals cash flow. The oceanfront's great, but walkability is what really drives bookings here. You definitely want to have a place that is on the ocean or it's just across the street from the ocean. Very walkable areas near restaurants, nightlife, and shops. In buildings with strong short-term rental histories. This is important when you're looking. If there's a short-term rental history on that property, you definitely want to get it and see what the current owner's doing. Make sure you're looking for units that have great amenities, pools, parking, game rooms. A lot of buildings have restaurants inside them now. You just want to make sure there's plenty of guest-friendly amenities and that you also provide amenities in the room, games and various things. A lot of places have books and games and other things that can be taken out like beach chairs and boogie boards. I know one Airbnb host that has their beach wagon and it's filled up with all kinds of stuff, floaties for the kids, sand shovels, and all kinds of fun stuff to take out on the beach. So make sure you provide really good amenities and you're in a building that has great amenities. Speaking of locations, many of my buyers over the years have all bought in the same building. In fact, I've sold over 60 units in one building, and it's all about the location. Can you guess which building that is? Drop a guess in the comments. I'll reveal the answer in the next Salt Air session. Listen, when you're picking out your rental properties, you're going to want to make sure you pick out properties that are going to be able to provide great experience for your guests, lots of things to do in the area, and close to all the local events. You're also going to want to look for a property that's going to have consistent income. And if you pick the right spots, you're going to be able to be right there in ground zero for all of the events that happen in the area. Bike week, race weeks. We've got all kinds of different vehicle events that happen, Jeep week and monster trucks. We've got the cheerleader competitions. And then we've got the beach itself and spring break. There's just things going all the time. You've got the turkey runs twice a year. You name it, it's happening, and people are coming to town. Make sure you pick out a property that's going to give you good, consistent income during all of that. And, the other great thing is you're going to be able to use this property when you want. I tell all of my customers, October, November, December, that is the slow season. Everything else, you really want to have it rented out. It's going to take care of itself, pay for itself, and make it a really stress-free vacation spot. And again, my name's James Jestes with eXp Realty, and I would love to connect with you. I'm going to put a link in the description below this video that'll allow you to click and set an appointment with me for a consultation if you're looking to buy, sell short-term rental properties or any kind of property in the area. I specialize in lots of different things, luxury and waterfront properties. I'm a veteran myself. I love helping veterans. If you need to deal with a veteran loan, I know the ins and outs of that. If you're moving here from somewhere else, you're relocating. I love customers that are relocating here and becoming Floridians. I help out all the time doing video and, going and doing the research for you. I can go check out properties, give you a call. We can have a video chat. I can show you everything that's going on. So just reach out and touch me, 386-315-4744, or check the link in the description below and book a consultation with me. Let's find your next short-term rental here in the Greater Daytona Beach area. I look forward to helping you. Have a wonderful day.